What's up, everybody? How are you doing? This is the Daps and Pounds show. Guys, be ready for episode 15. Dobie, tell them what we're talking about.
After a week from hiatus, we are coming back to go over some of the music that we missed last week, including Playboi Carti, including, what was it, Youngboy, Never Broke Again?
Yes.
So a couple of little projects like that. Then we'll be also reviewing new music this week from one of our boys, Kyle. We'll be looking at Nav and talking about his hairline like we always do. Bringing you a couple new singles, a couple ones that we're getting excited about, especially that new Shawn Mendes album. Make sure you guys listen to his singles. And then we talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs. Of course, we give you our good, bad. It's a good, we're under an hour this week. It's pretty special. Under an hour. But it's packed full of fun content. We go on a couple little tangents that we think you'll enjoy. So, Daps_pounds. Hit us up, Twitter, Instagram. Let's go. Woo!
Two mics, two friends, one show. Let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show. Let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. You know.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? We are back. Episode 15. Episode 15. We have made it. We took a week off, but we are here now. My name is Malky. To my left, we have
Dobie.
Represent two mics,
Two friends.
and one show.
The Daps and Pounds show.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing?
It feels like we've been gone for so long. We apologized last week. I tell you what, there's sometimes you want to throw your computer out the window, and that was definitely one of those days. It just wouldn't want to work for us.
Straight out the window.
Basically, we couldn't get our microphones to actually be detected by the computer, so there was no input for the microphone. So, thus, we couldn't record anything. And we were on a tight schedule because it was Mother's Day, so we had things we had to do. So it wasn't like I could fix it that day and then record later that night. It was just, we just had to,
It's what they call technical difficulties.
Yeah, and we had seriously, I'm pretty sure like 1 million death threats because we missed an episode.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people
we
upset,
understand
crying
that.
babies. Animals just fought over and died.
Just look at her come down the aisle. She's so pretty.
Look at her bouncing that tail.
I heard, one day, can you imagine if Daps and Pounds becomes something big thing? It's like overseas.
That'd be cool.
Tight.
That'd be really cool.
Tight. I had a guy, shout out to Kyle. Kyle was like, yo, I woke up in the morning. The first thing I thought of was your Daps and Pounds intro. I was like, yes. I was like, the intro worked.
There you go.
How are you?
There you go. I'm good. I'm my mind is like going a mile a minute because I have a bunch of stuff to do. Today I gotta pack. I gotta do a bunch of crap because I'm going out of town. So.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be gone.
Yep. But it's still a good day. And guys, if you have never listened to this podcast before, we do this thing called Good, Bad. We talk about music and entertainment news. And then we just talk about life too. Sports. We touch on sports sometimes. The NBA playoffs are going right now. So if this is your first time listening to us, that's what you can expect from this here podcast. You can find us on iTunes by tapping in the Daps and Pounds show. Daps_pounds on Twitter and on the Instagram as well. Yeah.
Sweet.
So we can get into the good, bad portion of the show. This portion of the show, like I said, you get to know a little bit about us, the co-hosts. So good, bad, what's good, Dobie?
What is good? Well, the NBA playoffs have been fun to watch so far.
Yeah,
I would
very.
say that's a good. Houston right now, Houston Warriors going at it, and then Boston Cavaliers are going at it. I think the only one maybe people got wrong was Boston and Philly. I think most people expected the last 3 teams to be in the finals. That was a pretty given, in my opinion. So I think overall, though, it's still been competitive. It's still been good. So that's definitely been a good. Been getting back into comics. Well, not really back into it. I guess I would say, I've always been able to like pick up one and, enjoy reading it, but I never really started, collecting my own or whatnot. And because I've been going to that Zeke's comic store up in Washington, he's like, dude, we got to get you into comics. I was like, just which ones do you want me to read? Like, it's not that hard. I mean, it's not a hard pitch for me. Like, I'll do it. Like, I'm sure I'm going to like it. It's not like you probably won't really like, no. So, started with the Batman series. That was really good so far. I think there's like 10 volumes of that, though. So I just read the first volume, and then I got to get the other ones. Reading this Reborn series. The author of Kick-Ass and Kingsman, he wrote this one, and very unique kind of story, kind of very video gamey-esque, RPG-esque like storyline, just kind of how it all fills together. But so far, I'm really liking it, and it's just it's always nice to find something different to do. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up.
Really enjoying that.
Yeah.
And 2, you might even like it also because what he does if you sign up for a subscription, like it's not a subscription service, but it's like a comic book thing where you tell him which ones you want to collect and he actually saves you a copy.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you go in and then you just pick up all your copies because they come out like new ones each week or whatever. Yeah. So for him, I just started the new Avengers series, the new Justice League series, because they just revamped them both. There's like this new kind of independent one. I forget the name of it, but the art style really intrigued me, so I read one of them. And then the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Nice.
But you might want to check that out too for somebody like you, because you can just swing by sometime during the week, on your way back from one of your trips or whatever. But yeah,
that's cool.
He's like, there's no extra fee to it. You just pay for the comics, but it just allows you, because some comic book stores, you miss it by a day, they're all sold out.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
So this way though, and he kind of can get advancement. So that's one way too. It works for him because then he can tell his distributor, well, I have this many people who are signed up to buy this comic, so I at least need that many. So it helps him too. So it's really cool. And then he also has like an email thing too. So sometimes you'll get like coupons and stuff like that. But so that's what I've been doing. I think that's really, just getting into something a little different there.
That's cool. I like comics. I haven't had time to get back to comics, so that's definitely something that's on my list of stuff to do, is get back into comics. I like pick up comics. I have like old comics around the house, but like they're not in order. One day I want to put all of my comics in order by story, by everything, by artist. Like I want to have like a legit like
collection
library.
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
I don't have the time to do it, but I need to make the time to do it because I think it would be pretty nifty. So that's a dope idea.
You could do that on a Saturday morning.
I gotta clean on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
I like cleaning.
What's funny is I read somebody on Twitter, I almost tagged you in it, but he said Saturdays are like for vacuuming, and then he like said listen to, I forget what kind of music, but it was like right up your alley, and I was like, you're not alone, man.
All I do is just listen to either Spanish music or Caribbean music. Usually the music I listen to on Saturday mornings, I don't know what they're saying. But it's the best vibes when you don't know what they're saying. So then you
listen to Nav?
No, I listen to Nav whenever I want to think about people with bad haircuts that I want to fight in the face.
And we'll get into a review of Nav's newest mixtape, Reckless.
We definitely will.
And bad-wise, there's not a whole lot of bad going on.
That's not a bad thing.
No, not a whole lot of bad going on at all. Yeah, no, I don't got any complaints.
It's not a bad thing.
Everything's good, man. Playing Fortnite still. That's been fun. Need to go see Deadpool 2 on Tuesday, hopefully.
It was good. I saw Deadpool 2, and it was good. It was really solid. If you liked the first one, guys, you will like the second one. I really think that. I really believe that. If you are comparing it to what you just saw in Infinity War, and like that's the style that you like, and you've never seen the first Deadpool, just do yourself a favor, watch the first Deadpool so you can understand
what you're getting into,
because it's a different type of thing. I don't even really rank them next to each other. I kind of put Deadpool in their own like little subcategory there. Like they probably want it to be. They don't necessarily want it to be ranked with everything else. So just keep that in mind when you're watching it. But I enjoyed the second Deadpool actually.
Nice. Watching stuff wise, been watching like the Naruto anime like movies because I watched the anime all the way through, and I've never watched any of like the special movies. So going back watching some of those. Gonna watch 13 Reasons season 2 here coming up in a bit. Have you started on it yet?
Yeah, I'm on episode 6.
How is it?
So it's different. Like it's different now that you know a lot.
Yeah,
but then there's like a ton that you don't know. But it's not like crazy derivative. It's not like they were just forcing it to make a second season. I think that it works.
Okay.
It works.
Good.
It works.
That's good. So yeah, that's pretty much it going on over here. What about you?
Good, bad, bad. Bad is that I have to pack, and I hate packing. Packing is like the worst thing because I'm a dude. So what ends up happening is I get a huge bag. I throw everything in it. I don't end up wearing half of the stuff that I throw in it. I need to go and find a suit thing again because I've lost mine again. There's a lot. I hate packing.
Have you met anybody though who really enjoys packing?
See, I think girls do. I think girls have it easier. I could be wrong. Ladies,
I think you're long.
Hit us up.
I said long.
Long. Well,
I think you're long.
I don't like
Mary
packing
doesn't
at
like
all.
it. I hate it.
Packing
Mainly,
is.
it's because we're lazy, right? It's not like it's just the idea of like, I don't.
Well, and
would you rather pack or shovel snow?
Ooh.
Because shoveling snow is like my least.
I would
favorite
rather
thing.
pack. I hate shoveling snow.
Dude, it's the number one.
I'd rather mow the lawn than any of them, though. I like mowing.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm getting a new mower here.
Push or ride?
Push.
Yeah.
But a self-propelled. The
Okay,
guy from
yeah.
work, he's like, no, we bought another one because my wife doesn't like pulling the drawstring, so we got one of those like push to start ones.
Yeah.
And he said this one though, he said the only thing that needs fixed on it is the carburetor got junked up or something like that. I guess like there's a place like if you don't completely dry out your lawnmower of the gasoline that's in it, at the end of the season, it like gunks up some section of the engine.
It can.
And so he's like, all you gotta do is just fix that and you're good. So I was like, okay. And he's giving me a weed eater.
That's cool.
So that's what I'm gonna be doing Tuesday morning early. Knock that out of the way.
There you go. You sound so grown up.
Dude, I'm telling you what. It's crazy when you're like, when you start thinking about money stuff too, and you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, we need to fix this in the yard. And like, you're like, holy crap, I'm about to spend money doing stuff on a yard.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're somewhere old.
Yeah.
Man, the days of just saving money always for food and video games.
Those are over.
That was the best, bro.
Those
that
are
was
over.
the best. And clothes, because in high school, that's when you're like, your parents are like, no, you can buy your own clothes now.
I love
least
being
mine
able
did.
to buy my own clothes now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
I like shopping though. Anyway, but yeah.
You got to pack.
I got off on a tangent. Yeah, so packing is a bad. I hate packing. Good is I'll be in Michigan all next week. So it'll be fun there for some marketing conferences, some meetings, some cool stuff. I'm going to get shown around by some cool people up there, make some good connections with folks up there, over there. Yeah, up over there. So it'll be good. It'll be a good time for sure. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to listening to music on the flight. So it'll be very good stuff for sure. So yeah, those are my good, bad. Life is good, man. I can't complain. It would be a waste of time if I did. So
Good.
It's good stuff.
Hey.
And like I said, guys, Daps_pounds. If you have any questions about Good Good Bad Bad, if you want to tell us something, if you want to reach out to us, you can always DM us and be like, hey, this is what's going on with me. Give me a shout out, think about me, talk about me, something like that. We got your back. Hit us up anytime. Through the DM on Daps_pounds on Twitter, Instagram, Daps_pounds. iTunes, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, rate, and share. The more that you guys rate us, the more that you guys leave comments and stuff like that, that'll help us in iTunes rankings. So shout out to iTunes, shout out to Apple Music, holler at us. Now, we are going to get in to that new music for you. I'm trying to think if there's anything that came out last week. Just because we skipped a week on the podcast.
Playboi.
Okay, so Playboi Carti came out.
There was another pretty big couple of other ones.
Well, let's start with Playboi. How did you feel about Playboi? Playboi Carti,
Well, from the original Playboi Carti, I mean, I could get why he was like kind of popular, but I pretty much only went back to 2 songs consistently off of his first album, so I can't say I was the biggest fan anyways. And pretty much everybody liked Magnolia just because that beat was nasty. That's just one of those songs where the producers can argue that they make the song. And so this one, I don't know. I was actually excited because it was a surprise project.
I was surprised. I was surprised and I was excited because of the title and because of the album art. It was hard to me.
Yeah. And then
sick.
I listened to it and I just didn't feel the same kind of, I guess, lucky magic. So I guess I would say lucky at this point because he really hasn't followed up with really anything else. Like I've seen Shoota featuring Lil Uzi Vert is definitely hands down the most listened to. It's actually cracked the top 10. I think it's number 6 on the most listened to tracks top charts right now on Apple Music. So that doesn't really surprise me because that one is pretty good. And plus Lil Uzi Vert, I think he's being really smart actually of like kind of going away, being here on a couple of features here and there.
Yeah.
He's because, you know, some of these guys oversaturate themselves, but I can actually, like, I appreciate Lil Uzi Vert a lot more after all these other SoundCloud rappers releasing some stuff, and I'm just, like, not with it.
Yeah, I actually agree with the comment about Uzi because if you notice, like, he's not coloring his hair anymore. He's being a little more low-key because now you have Pump and everybody coloring their hair at 6ix9ine, and, like, he's kind of reworking himself, I think, and that's good because I feel like he had a drop off after the album dropped and like there wasn't as much buzz behind him. So I think he's good to kind of rework things early. I think that's one of the things that Designer needed to do. Designer needed to like come out with some hits and then just kind of rework everything to get out of the big spotlight that he was in and then come back hard. So I think that Playboi Carti was someone on Twitter, I forgot who said it, but they said it was an album full of ad-libs, and I laughed because it kind of is. It kind of is just an album full of ad-libs. But some of the beats are cool. I just wasn't super, super excited once I got into the album. It was a surprise drop. The Nicki Minaj song, the Polka Dot song or whatever, I like that beat a lot. The Uzi song I like. And then there's not too much after that. I totally agree. It was just...
T Grizzly came out.
T Grizzly came out with
there was like one song that I was like was good, but he just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, he's too much of the same thing. I think he was one of those artists that people get hype over initially, and then you realize they can't necessarily put together songs.
Right. And then NBA Broke Boy.
NBA.
Isn't that his name?
It's Never Broke Again. Or NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy. Yeah.
Youngboy. Yeah. Youngboy.
Yeah.
And then that was just okay too. Nothing like stood out to me. Especially now listening to Lil Baby, who's in that same lane as, I would say, as Carti and as Youngboy. Youngboy Never Broke. That's what his name is. Right?
Youngboy Never Broke Again.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I think Lil Baby's project's better than all theirs. So
yeah, and once again, there's a lot of people doing the sing rap. Like it's not really singing; they're just elongating their phrasing and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people doing that right now. Lil Baby came out this week with Harder Than Ever. All right. It's his kind of debut.
Oh, and what was that? Slump God?
Yes, Slump God.
One of the worst projects I've ever listened to. Got
It was
halfway
rough.
through
It was
after.
rough.
Yeah, terrible. Trash. Last week wasn't really that great for new music.
Yeah.
I just kept on wanting to listen to the stuff that came out the week before that.
So the Lil Baby project, it's what you can expect. He signed a QC, so there's production from Quavo on this for sure. There's a Moneybagg Yo, there's Young Thug, there's Uzi, there's Offset, but I think what the initial buzz over this was for the Drake track called Yes Indeed. It is a Drake verse that the more I listen to it, and it could just because I'm a stan, the more I listen to it, I actually really like his verse.
It's a good verse.
I wish the song itself was longer. It was very short.
Drake's verse is good, but I don't think in here we are logical. Personally, I don't believe it's the best song on the album.
No, I don't either. I don't think it's the best song on the album. I think Life Goes On is probably the best song on the album.
Life Goes On is so good.
And then I also like Spaz, the second song.
Yeah,
like that
Spaz
song.
was good. The song with Offset's not bad either.
No, it's not. It's
Right
not bad.
now, actually, with Young Thug didn't do anything. But 12, 13, 14, that's a good little stretch right there. Tracks 12, 13, 14. But definitely Life Goes On is if you look at the top of the charts too, it's the second most streamed song off of his project. The first one is the Drake song, which is what you expect. And I think this guy, and I was telling you, he reminded me of a Future album when Future seemed like he was actually like kind of trying. You know what I mean? Because there's some people out here you can tell they're not trying. They're getting in the booth, doing a couple freestyles and they're stitching it together. And I think NBA or Lil Baby, sorry, golly, they're all getting confusing. Lil Baby actually does try a little bit. I
think there's a good chance that they bring him on the road for the Drake and the Three Amigos tour to have him open, since he has signed a QC and there's that relationship there. And this is kind of his debut. I think there's a good chance Lil Baby will open for.
It ain't gonna be no Lil Boat.
No, absolutely not. Lil Yachty's.
He'll stay around though because of his personality and his character.
For sure.
And he is smart. He was doing like voice acting, got that deal with Sprite, Gap,
Nautica.
Or Monica, that's what it was, Nautica. So he's I give him credit.
So now we're gonna talk about Nav, Reckless Nav.
Oh, by the way,
what's up?
BTS, Love Yourself or whatever, that South Korean thing.
Yeah.
Bro, a music video of
K-pop.
theirs came out yesterday. That mug got 56 million views already.
Yeah. They're winning tonight's the Billboard Music Awards, and they're gonna win like most of the awards, like they did last year.
It was crazy, and people are like, "Come on, YouTube, 56 million." And then I'm looking at the comments, and people are like, "From Turkey, from Australia, from this," and they're just one of those bands that people listen to all around the world. And I'm like, well, if you got people watching your video all around the world, you're gonna get 56 million, like
For sure.
That's why that Despacito song blew up, because that song, everybody was listening to that song across the entire nation. Even there was probably some Russian who was like, "I like this song. Do not the only one."
Despacito.
Despacito. Puerto Rico.
Nav has the worst hairline in the game, and we are going to talk about his mixtape. So features, he has Travis Scott, Lil Uzi Vert, Quavo's on this thing. Got some Belly Love on the outro. Let's see here.
Did he? I thought he didn't have Belly on this.
No. I'm thinking about the other one.
Who?
I'm thinking about his other project.
Oh,
with what's his face? So yes, this is his project. 12 songs. Nav came out big last year, and I get annoyed by his voice over time.
Mm-hmm.
I can only listen to a few songs before I'm just like, okay.
He gets this tone. And I think that's why Drake is popular, because his lower tone is pleasant to a lot of people's ears.
Yeah, it's pretty rough listening to Nav just go. song after song. If he just needs to stick to like 5-song projects, and then I think it would be a little bit more bearable for me. But 12 songs is legit too much for me to really get through. What do you think?
So with Nav, I think his tone of his voice is something. There are some people who I think they come out after being behind the scenes, and then they just need to go back behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because this guy makes his own beats, and his beats are good. And here's the thing. I don't think it's bad, but it's boring.
It is very boring.
That's the difference. But Yo off of DJBooth.net, dude, I don't know if you've listened to his one listen review. Bro, this dude's roasting.
Roasting Nav.
And he's the same guy who said it. This is if Siri made raps. Like, I'm telling you, he can't stand him.
I mean, I agree. He's pretty trash, honestly.
And yeah, I mean, I just listened to the project and I was bored. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. And then I always think of like what. Never mind, I'm not getting into that. Well, maybe I should. But you said, you make fun of his hairline. He always talks about like girls and like heart issues, and I'm like, these girls are out here playing this dude.
Oh no girls are actually
These
into
girls
him.
The girls in his circle are playing this man.
There's no girls that are actually into Nav. Do you see this?
Do
Do you see this? A guy like Nav comes up to the club and he goes, "Hey girl, how are you?" Like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I just want to fight him because I feel like he.
Would you like a ride on the Ferris wheel?
No, I don't. He's very weird. So Kyle,
very monotone.
Light of Mine came out. Kyle is an artist that we've talked about on this podcast a bunch of times. They are considering this his first outing. Really, this is his first album. He's put out projects in the past, but this is it. This is finally his first album's out. So I will say I did not like the album art. I wasn't feeling it.
No,
I wanted something a little different. This is a solid project. I had to like listen to it a couple times though to get it, and I look at this as like a smooth like R&B pop album. I don't look at it as like a rap album.
Yeah,
but it's fine. He's never come out and said he's like the biggest backpacker in the world or anything like that. There are some notable songs on this. Alicia Cara, Babies.
That song is so good.
Great song. Playing With Me with Kehlani. I like that song. I Miss Me with Khalid is great. I like anything Khalid's doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not missing.
The
Ups and
IQ
Downs
is dope.
Did you like Ups and Downs? I felt like that was a great
it was pretty good.
track.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't mind it at all. I think Ikuyo was good with 2 Chainz and Sophia Black. All the features I liked, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm looking at this, every single feature I got into. I really liked Rodeo. I really liked It's Yours. This is a solid project, and I think that if you've never heard him before, it's not a situation where you have to go back to tons of his other stuff. You can just listen to this, and this is a good like Kyle intro to you. I dig it. I like that.
We're fans of Kyle.
Fans of Kyle. I still think that his best song is Don't Want to Fall in Love. That is probably forever going to be my favorite Kyle song. It's so good. It's the perfect song.
I think Kyle's only going to get better. I think he's shown growth, and I think he's still learning his lane, or he's trying to figure out what his fan base appreciates him for the most. But as far as I've seen, his energy, his shows and stuff on stage is awesome. This guy brought out a longboard to like crowd surf on, so he's a pretty creative guy.
And shouts to Xavier Omar because he's on the background of one of these songs. He didn't get out.
Yeah. No, Kyle, I think is somebody who's needed in the industry. He's and I don't think he can do no wrong. Honestly, I really like his stuff. I give it a solid B+. Honestly, it's not about a bad album at all. It's very solid. You are at least gonna get. I can guarantee you this. You are at least gonna have 3 tracks that you really enjoy. 100%.
I'm in that B range too. I liked it. It was good. It was solid. One of the songs I listened to cleaning this morning was Maluma Fame. That album's hard. He's reggaeton in Spanish.
Yeah,
that
fire.
album's fire. Absolute fire. James Bay tricked me because his first album is like very acoustic singer-songwriter stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the album's called Electric.
Electric Light. He tricked me because now he's just doing more pop, and don't get me wrong, he had some songs on it that I dug, but I just wanted that first album thing back because that first album had bangers on it. I loved his first album. I listened to Ziggy Marley. That was good. Let's see what else came out. Nick Grant, Dreamin' Out Loud. This guy is from the Carolinas. He is a very, 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 very good rapper, guys. I'm telling you, this dude is managed by Jason Jeter, which handled T.I.'s career. We talked about 96 Bulls as a single, maybe 2 podcasts ago or 1 podcast ago. Last season on the podcast, we talked about him as well. This guy can rap. Like, if you want like a rap album with dudes just spitting crazy, this is your thing. It is not so backpacker that you can't get into it. And I think that's partly because he's from the South, so he's not going to give you a lot of the beats that you would hear in backpack New York stuff. Right. But it is really, really, really good. This is so solid to me, man.
I'm going back to it all this week. Yeah. I think it's any hip hop fan needs to give this guy a chance. Any of them. I don't care what genre of rap you're listening to. And yes, I said genre of rap. You need to listen to this guy. He's something else. He's
really, really good. Dreamin' Out Loud, Nick Grant. If you like hip hop, make sure you tune in because this guy can go.
He can spit. That boy can spit. I listened to DJ DS, Big Wave, More Fire. It's a great electronic pop, R&B, EDM.
Got some feels on it.
And it's got a lot of good features on it. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed that album from front to back. Good vibes all around.
I really like the I Heard with the Dreamin' Vori. That song was hard. That song
and then it goes really into
hard.
part 2.
Yeah.
And then I Got By and was good, and then the one with Khalid was dope.
Yeah, and my guy Charlie Wilson.
I'm taking off my shoes, dude.
These so good.
KD's shoes are so tight on your feet.
Yeah, they are. I've actually had one before.
God.
Nike's Flyknit tech is extremely like suctiony. It's extremely suctiony.
They're like, my goodness. If I got any, there's. Do not buy those online, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go in store and put them on your feet to figure out if it's gonna be for you or not.
Make sure you try them on.
That's pretty much all I listened to. That's pretty
much all that came out, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty much all that came out. Now we can move though to the singles.
Let's go see.
We're gonna move to the singles, which we call our Loosey Goosey's first up to bat.
Sangria wine.
Bubbling. Anderson .Paak is back. I'm actually really happy that Anderson .Paak is back.
Yeah.
I really like him a lot. Pharrell and Camila Cabello is back.
Did you like Bubbling though?
Wine. Yeah. I thought it was different. I thought it was different from what he's put out previously.
Yeah.
So I liked it personally. Let's see here.
Wait, and we have to talk about This Is America. Don't we? Didn't that come out?
We spoke about This Is America on the podcast.
Did we?
Yeah. We talked about This Is America. Pretty sure. Yeah, because we said it's a good song. And
We did. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you haven't worked for 2 weeks.
And then also it's like Shawn Mendes, man. Where were you in the morning? Where were you?
Bro, he's next.
bro.
He's here to
so good.
He's here to stay.
He's so good. I can't wait for the Shawn Mendes project to come out. That was really good. That was a good single. I do think he needs to stop dropping singles though. That's 4.
Yeah.
He needs to chill, give us something away. Yeah, because what happens is a lot of times there's like 11 songs of the album, and I feel like I've heard half of it. So I need him to stop. Jennifer Lopez, De Niro, Cardi B, Khaled. I like the Cardi B verse. The song is trash though. And I'll tell you something, J-Lo. She was trying to phrase words like Beyonce, but she can't sing. So J-Lo's never been able to sing. That's not a diss. Like, no one's ever been like, J-Lo's a great singer. She's not. She gets by a lot. And I feel like the producers have to click every button on the machine to make it sound.
Dang.
But the song is trash. Cardi B had a good voice, good verse though. Shout out to her. Diplo, French Montana, Lil Pump. Zavaya is on this too from The 4 show that I actually watched and I liked. Welcome to the Party. This is from Deadpool 2.
Is that the girl from with the dreads?
Yeah.
Dude, I knew she was going to
signed. Well, Diddy has, I think because she's on the song with French, that means that Diddy's probably still working with her. But this song is hard. It's very like, it's the mashup records, you know. It's those songs that are like EDM but hip hop at the same time. Kind of like Ricky Ross, Purple Lamborghini that he did for Suicide Squad. It reminds you of that a little bit.
Did you like the Change Lanes by Kevin Gates?
Not really. No. I'm not a big Kevin Gates guy though.
Neither. I thought he was going to be a lot better when he first came out, but
maybe he has one too many phones.
He might.
That was a joke.
Win.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip over Christina Aguilera and Demi Lovato. The song was just all right. But J-Rock came with Win. And J-Rock is a part of TDE. If you've never heard of him, I think we've talked about him on the podcast before, but he's a part of TDE, a part of the whole Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Isaiah Rashad, Black Hippie, like everything. And he is really good, but he's one of those artists, and I think this is fixing it. I think we're getting to the point where he's fixing it. He's one of those artists that can rap his butt off, but when it comes to making a hit or a song, it's really hard for him. Mm-hmm. But I think this is fixing it. I think they're starting to figure it out.
You know what I'm surprised? I'm surprised it didn't just say featuring Kendrick Lamar, even though Kendrick Lamar is only on the ad-libs.
Yeah.
But they could have done that technically.
Oh, keyword searches. It would have gotten...
Just to have people listen to it, because it's a good song, and I think people would listen to it and they'd be like, oh, okay. Because it's basically... It's like the Trophies beat, and it's turned up a little bit.
Yeah. I agree. I thought of Trophies when I heard it too, and it makes sense win-win because they're calling this tour the championship tour that they're on. It's going to be good. So I really like it. There's rumors that while they're on tour, they have a couple vans with studios in them, and they might be putting together a TDE project. So that would be nuts for sure.
Sweet.
But yeah, this song, I've played it multiple times. This is a really, really, really good song. I liked it a lot. Jacquees with Inside and Trey Songz. If you're not ready to make a baby, I would say it's probably not. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're ready to make a baby, though, you're ready to just shoot her club up, then I think that it's for you.
Shoot the club up?
Yeah.
Oh.
You ever heard that before?
No.
Yeah, it means...
Make...
Pop, 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 pop. Just shoot the club up. Shoot it up.
Okay.
Spray.
It's a weird analogy, but
those are special bullets.
Babe, do you want to shoot the club up?
I don't think you say it like that. I think it's one of those. I don't think you say it to the girl.
But you.
I think you just. You're talking to your guy and you're like, "Hey, Marquisha is pregnant," and he goes, "Oh, you shot her club up." I think that's how it goes.
And then you say, "No, I shot the club up."
Yeah.
And you're on the news.
Yeah.
So when you have a gender reveal party, is there something?
First of all,
that?
I hate gender reveal parties, and I didn't want to get into this here, but since we're here, I think that gender reveal. First of all, Do you know how much effort it is to get balloons to fly out the way that you want them to? Mm-hmm. It's stupid. Keep your baby news to yourself. Text the family. Text messaging works. Say, hey, get some blue crap. Rodney's a Rodney. Get some pink crap. Sarah's a Sarah.
Yeah.
Gender reveal, that falls right under there with promposals to me. Like both of those are new constructs. Do you think in the olden days where people were laying cement bricks, they tapped on a brick, and if the brick had like a special blue something that fell out of it, they said, hey, Malachi is going to be
boy.
Stupid.
I see what you're saying. So because of that, I'm gonna have one just for you.
I mean, yours will be different.
Why?
Yours will be fine. I actually don't want any of my friends to have a gender reveal party. I probably won't come. I'll send.
That's why I'm doing it, just for you.
I'll send a check. I'll be like, hey, cool. Buy some blue stuff. Buy some pink stuff. Can you imagine scheduling your day around a gender reveal party? You have a meeting. I get a call. Hey, man, can this meeting wrap up? I have a gender reveal party to go to. Hey, Mom, I'm late for brunch. I know today's our brunch day. I was stuck at this gender reveal. I didn't want to do this on the podcast.
I mean, I get it. I get it.
Want to do this on the podcast.
I get it. So what about announcements? Are those okay?
Yeah. You can do it between you and her and make a cool picture and put it on the book. Mm-hmm. Put it on the gram.
Yeah.
Guess what?
We're
this happened.
Expecting.
But then when you invite people over for cake and balloons that never fly the way you want them to, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing a lot.
I understand. All right. Sorry for the tangent, ladies and gentlemen.
Bella Thorne.
Mary's pregnant. Psych. Got all of you.
My heart. My heart. Bella Thorne.
That's why I went out last night. This is the last time.
No more after this.
I'm done.
Shut down for the
You're
next
done though, eh?
21 years. Ugh, babies. Bella Thorne is an actress, singer, person. She dropped a song called Biatch, I'm Bella Thorne. So that happened.
I didn't listen to it. If the title is too aggressive, it's in all caps. Even though, so
all caps really bothers me too. I'm one of those people that I feel like kind of threatened when you do.
Because it doesn't need to be.
I really like the Disclosure song Ultimatum featuring Fatuma Mata Diawawa.
Wow.
Yeah, with the dance moves.
That was good.
I liked it. It was pretty good. I did not listen to the Russ single.
Me neither. I don't want to.
I wanted the Clean Bandit and Demi Lovato record to be better than it was. It really wasn't that good. Let's talk about the Backstreet Boys single, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. What's going on, Backstreet Boys? Are you going to be done soon?
Wait, that's a new song?
It's a new record.
Oh, I thought it was like some
redo?
Like kind of like more like a new rendition.
It's a new. It is. It's a new spin on the "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" song from whoever.
And it's probably trash, so maybe that's why I didn't listen to it.
But I want it to be done. Like I want them they're messing up their legacy. They are Jordan on the Wizards right now, and I just need them to not do that right now. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on. Was that all that you listened to?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Was there anything single-wise from last week that we might have missed?
I'm sure there was, but again, there hasn't been much like we want to be able to let our guests know like, yo, y'all gotta listen to this, and there really wasn't anything like that last week, in my opinion.
We can take a look at the top charts quickly here, just to see what people are listening to. Yes, indeed, like Dobie had said earlier, is number one. That's that Drake Love there. The single is number one, and then the album version is number 3, which is Cheat Code. iTunes has to fix that somehow. Nice for What, Drake. Now, talk about a song that grows on people. Brandon did not like that song, and I've been with him before, and that song has been playing, and he's like, his head's just up and down. That song grew on a lot of people. Mm-hmm. A lot of people. And girls love that song.
Girls absolutely eat that song
Oh
up.
my gosh.
Shoot the club up.
That's kind of what I feel like you've just never heard that term before.
Nope, I haven't.
I don't understand. I thought that everyone knew
No,
that term.
that's why he said it so nonchalant, like everybody's heard of this.
I don't
No.
want you to think that I'm making it up. So this is what
No,
we're gonna
I
do.
believe you. I'm just gonna use it in the wrong context from now on. Dude, come on, don't shoot. Let's not shoot the club up.
I'm shooting the club up on the Mac. Oh.
Yeah, it can't be reached. It doesn't want to.
I went into Urban Dictionary so you know. I don't know what's happening. I want. It doesn't matter.
It's okay.
But
I
just
believe
know. Just know it's a real term.
I believe you.
Psycho is still in the top 5. It's number 4 by Post Malone. This Is America, Childish Gambino. Still in the top 5. It's number 5. Playboi Carti. Shooter that we talked about. Life Goes On is right under it. God's Plan's hanging in there. It's number 8. Nav Champion, Travis Scott. That's pretty much the biggest song off that Nav project.
Only because of Travis.
Only because of Travis. I agree with you. Boot Up, LMA from the Ready EP is number 10. That song's hard.
Song's really good.
I'm skipping all the way to the bottom and seeing what's so number 200. Number 200 is Lust by Lil Skies. Lil Skies dropped that project Life of a Dark Rose that we talked about slightly. Maybe the end of last season. We talked about that. But yeah, so that's still there. Bank Account is still within the last 10 of the 200. Paramedic is there. Man, hip hop really dominates, doesn't it? It's kind of crazy. Hip hop has control of the top 10 and then the last 10 of the 200.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy
much
stuff.
everything.
What's wrong with Bedtime Stories? Why aren't they pushing that correctly? That song's hard to me.
They don't.
I feel like they have one. Like they have like their thing that they can turn into their, no flex zone type of record. Or at least, and the thing with Ray Shremmerd is they put out songs that are on the album that aren't hits, and then they put out the video, and then they like wait a little while, they become hits. Like I Ain't Got No Type was not a hit on the album.
I ain't got no
But then
type.
over a while, it was just like you heard it, and it was like a thing. And I think Bedtime Stories has a
Bedtime
chance
Stories
to do that.
needs to be, or they don't know where to market
Maybe
because it's got
maybe.
3 albums. But no,
Maybe.
Bedtime Stories. The amount of money you gotta pay for the weekend feature, bro, you need to be.
You might as well.
It don't matter what song it is. If you pay that money, you need to start
You might as
pushing
well.
money into it.
You might as well.
Oh, the girls track was a big one because that was some controversy.
There was controversy over girls. It was Rita Ora, Carti B, BB Rexa, Charlie XCX. They put out a song about experimenting with girls. There was controversy because people looked at it like they were like taking advantage of the culture of like the lesbian culture and all of that. Carti came out and said that she's had a lot of experiences with girls before. Rita Ora kind of messed up because they were like, are you bi or anything? And she was like, no. So that furthered people feeling like you're just doing this because it's popular to be.
Hell yeah, that's what
be
a
whatever
record
right
label
now.
does to
Yeah.
people.
I will say, listening to this
They
song,
set her up.
it did sound very contrived.
They set her
sounded
up.
very like, let's do this.
Let's get 4 girls and
Yeah.
we all talk about girls. We'll get big names on it.
Yeah, it did sound a little whatever. I will say though, if this was not the subject matter of the record and they just redid the whole thing, different beat, whatever, because I don't like the record. But if they redid all of this, I think it could have been something to compete with the Jessie J, Nicki Minaj.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're
whatever, that other girl.
Bang Bang.
Yeah. I think they could have competed with that. And because of where Carti is, I think it could have been bigger than that record.
Yeah.
But they made it about girls, which is only going to attract certain type of listeners. And like, it's just was something that was supposed to be bigger. I think that just wasn't bigger. So I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen to that. Womp Womp with that, with Vale or Valley. I'm not sure how he pronounces it.
What is my dog
That song
freaking
is
out
fire.
about?
Super, super fire. I have a song that I want you to listen to by Louis the Child, Shake Something. I don't know if you've heard it. it's one of those songs, kind of like Womp Womp, that it makes no sense for me to like it. I can't really justify it. But
Okay.
we'll listen to it after the podcast.
Sweet.
NBA playoffs. We'll wrap up with that. How do you feel? What are you thinking right now?
Somebody, and I think I was listening to some conversation. There's about the Cavs in Boston, and they said if the Cavs can blow Boston out again, then Boston Celtics might be in trouble because that gives Cleveland just a lot of momentum going back to Boston. I didn't realize this, but apparently Boston is terrible on the road during the playoffs.
They are.
Which is weird to me. So, and you have to remember it was the type of team Cavs are. It's been time and time again. They play one bad quarter, they're done.
Yeah.
The first game, it was the first quarter. They got blown out by 30 points already in the first quarter. Done. They couldn't come back. The second game, it was the third quarter. Remember, halftime was almost tied. Mm-hmm. And then Boston came out swinging in the third quarter, and then they couldn't come back within the fourth. So the defense definitely stepped up in game 3, and everybody kind of contributed finally. And so with that, I honestly could see that series going either way. And with the Warriors in Houston, is it bad to say I don't want to pick? I just want to see good games.
That's not bad. I'm kind of the same way.
Because it doesn't bother me. Because the Warriors are a dynasty.
Yes.
They're stacked. There's their 5 starters could be such huge contributors to any team that they're on. Mm-hmm. And Houston is the only team that can beat them.
Yes.
Because Boston Celtics or Cavaliers are not beating either.
Let me tell you something.
Teams.
The NBA in ratings and commercials better pray the Celtics do not beat the Cavaliers. Because you're talking about a sweep.
Oh,
and you're talking about a sweep where every game is a dub.
Yeah.
Sorry. Every game. And I'm not hating on the Celtics, but it would be laughable if the Celtics played the Warriors.
Gordon and Kyrie on their team, Boston, bro, might be a problem.
Yeah. That's a different thing because you have someone who can close the game if you need to. You have someone that can
dictate the tempo.
Play. Yeah. You have someone that can run around, and Gordon, you have someone that can run around screens with Clay, so he won't get that outside. But the way that this team is currently configured, no. They would get destroyed.
No.
I will say there is something going on with Steph's leg. He's not 100%. And you could kind of see the way he was running around in the second game. But at the same time, they're going to win, I think. Houston won the last game by a blowout. And we'll see what happens. I'm intrigued by that series.
Me too. I think everybody is.
I think the Cavs will probably win this series. I think Boston might win one more at home. I do not think they'll win away from Boston, though. I don't think they can. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to that, though. Billboard Music Awards come on tonight at some point in time. I'll be packing, so I don't know if I'll be able to watch them. Last year, we talked about on the podcast, Drake won 13, and it was a record-breaking performance, and it was a pretty big deal. It was awesome. He performed with Baca in Vegas. Galchester, I believe he performed. It was really, really cool visually. The one thing I will say about the Billboard Awards is they have Bad Bobby, Carti B, and Nicki Minaj in the same category for Best Female Hip Hop, and that bothers me. That makes me feel like you're losing credibility in your award show. So that's why I'm not super excited, because I'm just what are we doing here at this point?
Bad baby.
Yeah, bad
little baby. She just disturbs me.
So yeah, man, that's what's going on with us, guys. It is the Daps and Pound Show, episode 15. Dobie is about to give us some 101 conversation starters for couples. Go ahead and tell us what you have for us.
Complete this sentence.
Okay, let's go.
A time that I felt I might be in physical danger was when
I jumped off the balcony at JUCO. Jumped off the balcony. I had a good start. I got in the air, realized how high I was off the ground, grabbed hold of the railing, and then slammed my body into the side of the siding, slid down like a cartoon character.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think physical danger. A time that scarred me as a kid, I will say this is the last time I was ever rollerblading, by the way. So my knees are slightly bent. So for me to keep my feet straight, because my feet go out, so to go in a straight line, I bend my knees in, and it's a little weird for me. Okay. It feels a little awkward. We went down a hill. This is my first time going down this hill.
Mm-hmm.
I was not ready. I needed to go down smaller and smaller. You know, you got to work your way up.
Yeah.
I was nervous from the get-go, but I was like, you know what? My buddy's doing it. I'm going to do it. And when this happened to my skates, I feared for my life. And, I ate it hard. I rolled all the way down the asphalt. I had, like, skids on my face. These two are scars from that moment. It was just, I never rollerbladed after that. I was done. Honestly, a lot of like the stupid stuff I did as a kid, like ended there.
Yeah.
Like I was like, nope, it's not worth it.
Me too. I was a one-time, like I only have to mess my body up like once. I'm just like, let's turn it off. Let's turn that off.
It's like, I'm sticking to swimming.
Let's turn that off.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So that was definitely one time I was like, yeah, no, this is physical.
I haven't been off of a diving board since I almost killed myself during swimming lessons once.
Really? I didn't know you almost killed yourself.
I slipped off a diving board. I wasn't ready. And she said, you're not ready, the instructor. And she went to the bathroom. And I climbed up the diving board. And I jumped, and I slipped on one of the jumps, and I hit the diving board with my back and then slid off. And I slid off and pancaked my face. I was bleeding. I had a concussion. It was my first concussion. I had never had a concussion. I was like 8 or 9. I had never had a concussion before. Paramedics came and everything. And I was like sitting on the side of the pool just bleeding. And I have a black mom, so she came, saw me bleeding and stuff, and what'd she do? Get mad at me. Get mad at me for not paying attention.
Bro.
I'm sitting here bleeding.
This mental image I have in my head, like...
It was like, okay,
you don't know me, ma'am.
Here's the diving board. I go, okay, this is me. This is my back. This is my front. This is the diving board. So I go, boom, boom, whoosh, whoosh, and just like... It was terrible.
Bro, that would have been on funny.
My whole chest was hot.
That would have been that would have been on like funniest home videos, bro.
It was almost on 1,000 Ways to Die. It was terrible. I was concussed. She was like, you hurt yourself. I was like, why am I bleeding? They're like, Malcolm, you fell. I'm like, what? I'm fine. I'm just bleeding. Tell me how.
But just the fact that the lady was like, "You're not ready, boy," and then you waited. You waited for her to leave.
Plotted. What's Loki, the god of mischief?
Yeah,
that was me. I used to be the god of mischief as a child. I was very mischievous. Yeah. All of that. I was very like that. So, guys, we hope that you have had a great time here on episode 15 of the Daps and Pounds Show. Go out, have an amazing week. When you wake up in the morning, say 3 good things about yourself in the mirror, then go say 3 good things to someone else's face about them. It'll help you. Make sure you breathe while you do it because you are inhaling positivity, exhaling negativity.
I like it.
Do it, guys. I promise it'll change your entire day. It'll change your entire day.
I believe it.
Smile more, guys. Cry less.
Smile more, cry less. Hashtag Daps and Pounds forever.
Forever. Guys, my name is Malky. To my left, we have
Dobby.
Represent 2 mics.
2 friends.
And 1 show. The Daps and Pounds Show. Shouts to the shout out.
Gang, gang, gang.
Woo.